Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome to the Tuesday KVJ show. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
I am doing great.
How was your birthday party yesterday?
I was good. I had a great day. Yeah, the show was just a ton of fun, and thank you guys for everything. My vodka and tequila plants, a lot of fun. They're still flourishing, doing very well.
Did y'all go to dinner or anything special?
Yeah, we did a little dinner last night with the kids that I got in town.
Nice.
And so that was lovely. Got to do that.
Where'd you go eat?
We went to Grotto.
Oh, I love Grotto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you receive a birthday blazer for a gift this year? Because I'm looking at what you're wearing, and wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you blazed in here in that thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what you do in a blazer. Yeah, I got birthday and Father's Day fashion items. Yeah.
So this is a gift.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Very Miami Vice of you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly how you describe it, but...
I kind of feel like you own a club.
Oh, do I? Okay, this is kind of a club.
He owns a club, I think.
He owns a club, or he's an usher at the Kravis Center.
Okay.
Here, sir, here's my ticket.
All right.
Where's my seat?
Where are the concessions?
Yeah, your seat is outside. Follow me this way.
I love it. A blazer makes a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Well, if you want to see my statement, you can go check it out. KVJ TV is on YouTube, a KVJ show.
I got a lot of nerve making fun of anybody and how they look. I mean, the nerve of me.
I love what you got cultivated over there today.
Thank you.
Those new shades?
These are new shades.
They're like multicolored. I like it.
I bought these in Stuart, Florida.
Which gas station?
Gas station in Stuart, Florida.
I knew that.
Gas
This
station
man,
glasses.
he loves a pair of gas station glasses.
I really do.
They're the best.
They
The
are.
right price, aren't they?
They are.
And if you lose them, oh well.
Oh, well.
Oh well. So there you go. We're all cultivating our own looks here for you on this Tuesday.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, it looks like Kaylee Cuoco and Pete Davidson are going to be doing a new romantic comedy together. The movie is called Meet Cute, and it'll focus around the question, which I like this question. What would you do if you could travel to your loved one's past and heal their traumas, fix their problems, and turn them into the perfect partner? Oh.
I don't think it's a good idea. If we're talking about if that's a real question, I don't like it. We need the flaws. We need the mistakes.
But what if your person is so broken and you could go back and you could fix that, and then you find them years later and they're like, oh, they're perfect without all the weird quirks or drama?
There's so much drama and so many quirks. I'm out.
He's
out.
they're not worth fixing.
Nope.
Yeah, I got my own issues, dog.
Sorry. Not
Can
worth
I get
my
somebody
time.
to fix me?
Yeah.
I'm not fixing them.
Can I get a little normalcy in my life?
Well, they were on again, then they were off again, and now they are off again for sure, it sounds like this time. Khloe Kardashian and her baby daddy, Tristan Thompson, split again. I guess he just can't help himself. They were co-parenting. They have a 3-year-old together, and they were trying to make it happen, and apparently he's been cheating on her.
Like crazy.
He was spotted going into a private room at a party with 3 women at once.
Yeah.
And then coming out like an hour later, looking like he'd been run over by a truck.
Yeah, I don't think he really even tries to hide it too much.
I don't think he gets what fidelity even means.
I don't think he cares.
No. And finally here, Steven Spielberg and his production company have a new deal with Netflix. Under his deal, the Oscar-winning director and his company are going to make multiple feature films a year, so that could be cool.
Okay.
His next movie, West Side Story, is going to be hitting theaters in December. I love West Side Story.
The original you love?
I love the original. I love the musical. I love the movie. I love the play. I love a stage production of it. Anything West Side Story, I love it.
In 5 seconds, can you tell me what it's about?
Yes. So it's about an American guy and a Latino girl.
I mean, jeez, wow. That's all you got. I'm sorry. I'm over it.
He's over it.
You would love it. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Did Denny's tell you guys that we went to a garage sale in Stewart on Friday?
No, he told us you were going up there to trade video games.
Well, we did a bunch of things when we were up in Stewart.
You did. You got pizza. You went to somebody's house and got video games.
We went to 2 different pizza places, and then as we're leaving, we see this garage sale on the side of the road, and I go, we should stop, man. There looks like some pretty cool stuff. And we kept going. We kind of missed our opportunity. And we go, oh, man, that sucks. We should have gone. But there was too much traffic, so we really couldn't turn around. It would have been a mess if we would have done that.
Right.
So 4 minutes later, boom, another Stewart garage sale going down.
Okay. Just calling to you.
In this lady's front yard. And I don't know what it is. For whatever reason, I have a weird connection with old people who I don't know. There was this older woman. She was probably in her 70s, and me and her just hit it off so much. It ended with a hug, and I was only there for about 7 minutes. I bought flippers off of her. I bought
swimming flippers.
Yes.
She was hugging you. She couldn't believe somebody bought them.
I don't know, man. It just, we had this connection.
You were hugging?
We just gave each other a hug goodbye. She was so warm, nice, and inviting.
Yes.
And I just noticed old people and me that I've never met before. We talk a lot. This always happens to me at the store where I'm talking to some random old person.
Sounds to me like you need to start hanging out on the weekends at Century Village.
I used to when Ann lived there, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of drama.
Yeah, I think that's your new social center.
But I love a garage sale, and I love old people. That's all I got.
Okay.
You are aging in dog years.
Maybe I relate to the old people.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I wanted to give you a report, Jay Bird. So Rocco had his first music lesson on Saturday.
I love it.
Yeah, we took him over to the School of Rock, and he did really good. His teacher, he did a little private lesson. He wanted to do the drums first.
Okay.
So he got some drumsticks, and his teacher said he was engaged the entire time. 45 minutes for Rocco to stay engaged and really be locked into something is great.
That is.
Gotta let him bang.
He was banging it out on the drums, and we're going to do every instrument. They're very excited.
Yeah, I love the School of Rock. They do that with the kids, where they teach the kids everything. I know Klepto. From
his
the Snack
kids
Pack,
go there.
Both of his kids are in there, and his son Lyric has been doing it for a few years, and he's already doing shows. I love seeing little kids play music live. It's awesome.
Yeah, they teach them through performance. So they learn how to play with a group, with a real band, and then they're all about the performances.
I
So,
think everybody on the planet, everyone should learn some type of instrument.
yay.
It's good for you.
It is.
Yeah.
And he was so proud of himself. Rocco was just like all chest puffed out, like, I did it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a good instrument for him to play.
Yeah.
Get some of that out, kid.
I have a question. If anybody knows anything about spiders, are spiders really dumb or are they just hilarious? Because I'm trying to figure out what is going on with this spider out front of my house every single morning. He builds this massively elaborate web that has to take him the entire night to put together. Yet every single morning I come bolting out of my front door and walk right through it, and it is so elaborate. It is all in my face, in my hair. My whole body is covered in web, and he repeats this every single day. Now, I'm clearly the stupid one because I keep walking through it. But what about these spiders? Do they put all this work together, not realizing that, hey, I did this yesterday and it got torn down. Maybe after a while I should go build it somewhere else. Or are they just hilarious and they're going, oh, wait, here he comes. Oh, I got him again. Yeah, and they're high-fiving each other with their 8 arms.
That's a lot of high fives.
That's a lot of yeah. So what is it with spiders?
I think these things all the time where I go, I wish I could just get inside the mind of said animal, the squirrel. What are they thinking?
Yeah.
What are these spiders thinking?
Like, is he bummed right now that I walked through his web yet again this morning? Or is he like, oh my gosh, this is the funnest thing ever. This goofball doesn't get it.
Yeah,
Did he
man.
get you on video and he put it up on his TikTok?
Yeah, I'm wondering. It's got to be something like that.
Kevin's been on Spider TV for the last 24 hours.
Oh,
He's been
yeah.
on Spider TikTok weeks. They're mocking you.
Yo, no doubt.
I wish the animal world was like that. I would love to know they're doing pranks.
Yeah, are there animals that are known to be more hilarious than others?
Oh,
like the hyena.
I think the primates, I think they do get a sense of humor. They can do jokes.
Yeah.
They can play around with you.
I'm just kind of wondering where that is. What animals have a sense of humor, and are they just punking me every single day? Because, man, they get me.
I feel like dogs can have a sense of humor like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I do.
They feel like it seems like they're laughing at times, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. So if you see web dangling from my ear, that's what's going on here today. Okay, I got some random questions for you. You got one movie and you got to watch it for 72 hours. What is the movie that you would go with? Same movie on repeat, 72 hours. What's the one that could actually hold up for you, Jay Bird?
I mean, it's my all-time favorite movie. I know people are going to be annoyed, but it's Karate Kid. I can watch that movie all the time. Well, it's either Karate Kid or Empire Strikes Back. I feel like I could learn and figure or see something new every single time.
Okay. All right. Virginia, do you have a movie like that you could watch over and over again?
That'd be torturous. I don't think I could do it. I mean, I guess I'd want it to be a comedy because I don't want to be. I love like Titanic and stuff like Pulp Fiction, but I think if I had to watch it for that long, I at least want to be laughing. So maybe Bridesmaids or Mean Girls.
I see what you're saying, but I thought about that. But the problem with the comedy is after you've seen a joke or something like the second or the third time, it's like you need a little bit of space to be able to come back and laugh at it again.
The other one I would throw in there, and you guys are not going to agree with me, is Tombstone. I could watch that movie all the time. I know Panda would back me up on that. That movie's amazing.
Yeah, it's your own personal preferences. Mine would probably, I go with Star Wars, New Hope, first one. That's probably the one that I could just watch over and over again.
Back to the Future is a good one, too. I could watch that one every time it's on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Back to the Future is great.
Okay. If you got to put a title to your life like it was a movie, what would it be? What would be that movie title of your
Dude,
life?
It's weird, and it's going to keep getting weirder.
It just keeps getting more weird.
Yeah.
Or
Something
maybe just
along-
weird. Weird might just be yours.
Something along those lines. But
Yeah.
it is going to get weirder.
Yeah. I'm always amazed by life, too. Things always do surprise me. It's kind of like a wait, did that just happen kind of moment? So there's a lot of those things that kind of happen in life. I like that part of it, but I think that'd be close to my title.
Yeah, I'm still quite fascinated by life. I get
Yeah.
excited by things.
Yeah, I'm always just like doing a double take. People, things, you're like, wait, did that just happen? I don't know if you have one, Virginia.
Maybe like exciting chaos.
Okay.
There's always
Exciting
something
chaos.
going on. It's always chaotic.
Exciting chaos. All right. Okay. I'm busy. I'm getting in there.
I think yours should be crawfish.
Yeah, I would like to have crawfish in the title. You're right.
Crawfish.
Crazy
and-
Cajun.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, you've got 24 hours to get yourself on national television, not just in the background, but as a featured segment. If you succeed, you'll be given $100 million. You'll have to face the consequences of any crime you commit. So what would you do?
I kidnap, in quotes, Virginia and put her hostage in front of everybody. And then we get on national TV, but it's a hoax between me and her. And then we take.
What if she doesn't cooperate?
Well, we would be in it together.
Oh, I don't know. You're taking that for granted. Are you
I-
cooperating, Virginia?
I'm not very cooperative these days.
I didn't think so, yeah.
But I'm gonna cut the money in half with you.
Oh, I'm cooperating.
I'm saying
okay.
we go into a bank and I act like I got us both strapped to a bomb.
Oh, jeez.
And I go, we're gonna blow up until we get on TV. And then they get us on TV. I go, psych, fooled you. This is my homegirl.
Okay.
And we go to jail.
Okay.
But how long are we gonna go to jail for that? I mean, what, a year? Maybe 2. We can do that time in our sleep.
Yeah, I don't think we even go for a year. I think they would maybe give us 6 months.
I think you like my plan.
I don't hate it. I like the
Okay.
part where we split the money.
Maybe you guys should try it. I notice anything that's heartfelt that stands out always gets national attention.
Here's the Boy Scout with
Yeah.
the good stuff. I'm robbing banks. Kevin's healing the world.
It just works. It just works. And something, if you could work a kid into it. Like I just saw on the national news today, there was a girl that is, I don't know, I think maybe 6 or 7. And she was at a Cincinnati Reds game, and her favorite player, Joey Votto, got kicked out of the game, and she started crying, and they posted a photo. It went on social. The Reds saw it. She got an autographed baseball and then dugout tickets for the next game. And then they're covering that on ABC News nationally. And that's all it really took, and nobody's going to prison.
But here's the thing, though. You said 24 hours, which makes it desperate. That's lightning in a bottle. My idea, it's a surefire. We're getting on TV. You could take a little girl to the ball game, and there's a chance nothing's going to happen. We know we're getting on TV.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
your idea is better.
But you're kind of asking for cooperation. This is kind of like a question about what you would do. Now you got people that are, kind of helping out.
You have a little kid involved.
I feel like you kind of broke the rules.
When you take me hostage, you should take me hostage up like on a billboard where you make me go up there and you hold a gun to my head right off of 95 so it gets more visibility, more eyes on it.
Well, I'm scared of heights, although it would make me look like I'm really freaking out, so that might sell it more.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm already kind of not liking this partnership.
And somebody's saying, Jaybird, your idea would fall under the realm of terrorism, which is a mandatory 25 to life.
Oh.
Oh, rats. No, that's not terrorism. It's just a hostage situation.
Yeah.
It's kidnapping.
And then
Yeah.
you find out afterwards I was in on
Yeah,
it. So
cahoots.
they're not going to throw the book at him completely. He'll do 6 months.
I'll do 6 months with good behavior. I'll be out in 3.
Okay. All right, random question. What is your earliest childhood memory? They say the earliest memories that people can recall point back to when they were just 2.5 years old. Trying to think, honestly, oddly enough, mine is a weird one. I remember Megan Merrill and I showing each other our naughty parts in my bathroom at home while our moms were downstairs in the basement.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of my earliest memories. I was probably maybe 3, somewhere around there, real young.
I think it's
still the innocent
common.
thing.
I think
Yeah.
it's a common thing.
But yeah,
I think
oddly-
kids do that.
Oddly enough, I think that's the first memory I got is of a naked chick.
You're like, this is awesome. I got to make sure I store this away in the spank bank.
No.
Virginia.
That was.
Way to make
Whoa.
this way weird.
Wow.
I don't want you robbing the bank with me.
Yeah. Yeah, now they just tagged on some pedophilia charges.
No, you're a little kid too, so it doesn't count.
I don't know, little kids do that at the age of 3?
I'm not sure me and my friend are making a lot of sense today.
Do you guys have an earliest memory? Where can you go back? How far?
I do. I remember that I had to have been 2, maybe 3, and I was eating Vienna sausages out of a can, and my brother's friend was in the living room. I can still see the green shaggy carpet, and he had this big Star Wars toy with him. Vienna sausage, green shaggy carpet, Star Wars toys.
Okay.
First memory.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Virginia, what about you?
I had to be either like 3 or 2. I was in a car seat in the back of the car, and my mom was driving. And now that I'm an adult, I can actually figure out, what happened. And I've talked to her now about what actually happened. But my mom was having like an episode, mental breakdown, something crazy was going on, and she swerved off the road, and we didn't wreck the car, but you know how if you were going like, say, really fast down a highway and then you just swerved off the road into the grass on the shoulder, kind of into a ditch. That's where we were. We got stuck in a ditch, and I was little, and I remember it, and I didn't realize that my mom was having a mental episode at the time, but now as an adult, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Fun. Very depressing. I'm talking about Vienna sausages. Kevin's talking about
the naked chicks.
Yeah.
That's my first memory. I was so little. I was still in a
Started
baby seat.
depressing.
I kind of was
stayed
in the mood to go
depressing.
down depression lane again.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, what would you say is the best years of your life? According to a recent poll, looks like your 30s are your best. 24% said that they expect their 30s to be the best years of their life. 21% said their 20s, 15% said their 40s, and 9% think it's their 50s.
The early 30s, I remember being a very nice, fun time.
Yeah.
I did like my early 30s.
You're not too old. You can still do some irresponsible stuff.
Yeah, you feel like you're kind of coming into your own a little bit. Just
Yeah.
as a person.
I like that era. I had all the kids at home. Kids are kind of scattered out around now. So, yeah, there were some good times there.
But I also kind of feel like I'm in my prime right now. So I kind
Right.
of want to say present day.
Mine is definitely present day because my early 30s, I was making my first marital mistake, and that was not fun.
Wow.
I think it's now. I think I'm living my best life now.
You should open up a bar and call it Tears.
Virginia's got a lot of family drama that is going on right now, and she's got to deal with it from a long ways away. You've talked a little bit about your stepmom and how she had some health issues and her health was declining rapidly, and they've kind of been bouncing around the concept of getting her to hospice, and because of the pain that she's in or for other reasons, she's a little snippy with your dad, and your dad's going through a hard time with this. And so just some stuff that's kind of going on in their life that's hard to deal with, and you're trying to be the supportive daughter to help him out.
Yeah, so over the weekend, like, terrible that it happened on Father's Day, but my stepmom took a bad turn for the worse. She's got brain cancer. It's terminal. And there's no two ways about it. Like, she is going to pass away, and they've kind of all come to terms with that. But I've been involved in, people passing away before through Little Smiles. I've been in hospice with a family, just one time. And the hospice experience that I went through with this family was amazing because when the person was admitted to hospice, they were still able to function. They weren't so bad yet. And then hospice made their transition painless on the patient and painless on the family. But for some reason in Kentucky, my family is not getting that same experience. And my stepmom is at home, and it is gruesome what she is going through. I'll spare you the details, but just trust me when I say gruesome. And my dad is basically there taking care of her. My sister, who lives in town in Kentucky as well, has to come over and help him. But all of them together couldn't do what had to be done. They had to pick her up and carry her to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
Do they have in-house nurses that you can hire to come in and do that kind of stuff?
So they do, and they come, I guess, like twice a day. They come to check on her. But in between that time, it's actually awful for the family. And I was just like, why the hell didn't they bring her to the facility? Why didn't they bring her to hospice? And they did not bring her to a facility. They have her at home going through hell, moaning, screaming, crying, the whole thing. And finally, my sister, Maggie, who's a nurse who lives in New Orleans, she went up there yesterday and she was like, no, this is not happening. And they finally admitted her to a hospice facility yesterday.
Okay.
Because there was no advocate there, like saying, no, you got to put her in a facility. Because it's terrible for the person passing away because they're miserable and they're in pain. But it's terrible for the family that is going through that doesn't know what to do, that's not medically trained, that had to like deal with putting a catheter and all this other stuff
that's tough.
They've never dealt with that.
Yeah. Well, I think what's tough is that, this is a situation, death, where thankfully a lot of us don't have to deal with it often. So when it does come up and you're faced with it, you don't necessarily know the ins and outs and how to best handle it.
It's scary, and I can tell you, if I ever get to the point where I am dying from an illness, please take me to hospice. Do not put that on my family. Do not put my family through what my poor dad has been reduced to over the past few days. He's crying. He's a shell of a man. When it could have been left in the hands of medical professionals, they left it in his hands, and he's 70. He can't do the things they told him to do. They want him to flip her over every 2 hours. He can't even do it.
Yeah.
Physically.
No, I know. Yeah, I would struggle with that as well. It is kind of odd that they don't have somebody that you can bring into the home to help with that situation. I thought typically they did.
I think they have hospice that comes by periodically, but I don't think it's covered for them to be there 24/7.
Yeah.
I think there's a time when you have to go to the facility.
Yeah. It's too bad humans don't come with some kind of off switch.
Oh my goodness.
It's a lot easier, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure if this is going to help, but do you want breakfast just to kind of change the mood?
I don't, but I might be going up to Kentucky very soon. You know, my sister, she has to leave on Friday because she has to go back to work. So I might
Okay.
go up this weekend. I don't know.
Okay.
You need help with anything?
No, it's nothing that anybody can do. It's just, I kind of want to just go up there and hug my dad and be there to support him because
That's a good idea.
he is like just trembling and crying all day. Like
Well, that's
he's been
not
through
fun.
hell.
Yeah.
No, trembling and crying all day is not what
Yeah.
anyone's looking for.
It gets tiring after a while.
It
doesn't
sounds like a tiring
Yeah.
day.
It does sound like a tiring day. Well, hopefully things will, get themselves to where they need
Yeah.
to be.
Now that
in
she's
the best way possible.
Now
as
that
soon as
she's in
possible.
hospice, I
Yeah.
feel like it will be that.
Yeah. I think we all hope for that. I think in our own lives, just do something quick,
Quick.
painless for me. Yes.
And don't make it all horrible on the family
Yeah.
and the patient.
Yeah.
I mean, the family's already going through so much, and you're right. That's tough. That's a tough decision to. Any decision's tough to do during that time period.
I can't even tell you the things that my dad has had to deal with the past 72 hours. It's unspeakable.
Yeah, and you know me too. I got that whole poo thing. I do not want anyone carrying me to the bathroom. That
So
to me
if
is that's
if we
tough.
get to a point where you have to go and you need me to carry, you don't want that.
I don't even know, man. I
I got a bad back.
got to figure that out.
They're gonna fall on
I
me.
just don't even know. Can you imagine her trying to carry me to a bathroom?
It should be in the hands of medical professionals. You want a team that knows how to deal with it doing
Yeah.
it. I mean, you don't want somebody who doesn't know what to do.
No.
Crying in the corner.
But that's good though. We know we're all gonna fall apart together as a show. That's good.
yeah.
Well, we're doing bets on who's falling apart first.
I'm definitely in the
There
lead.
is a front runner.
Who's the first one to get carried to the bathroom?
Hobbles over here.
Oh, no doubt.
He can barely walk. I took a video of him yesterday leaving work. It's up on our Insta story. It's
Yeah.
hard to
Oh.
watch.
Damn, you're filming me at my worst
I did.
without me knowing.
You had no idea.
oh, that's
you walked
rough.
right in front of my car. You were clueless to the fact I was videoing you.
A motorcycle could have hit me yesterday, and I wouldn't have even noticed.
You got those
Bad.
handrails by your crapper yet?
I'm in my prime, Coach.
I think we got to get him a chair.
I think he needs all this kind of stuff. We're going to get Jayford's house hospice ready. All these things you got to start adding. You can definitely do the Orlando theme parks right, and you can do them wrong. Yesterday, we were talking about some of the Disney hacks and how much the costs are. And I was trying to see if, they're trying to make up for some lost money during the pandemic and if they're going to be charging you more because people are really ready to get out. And I think a lot of businesses realize that. They keep doing these surveys about how people are ready to spend more money than they really have. And the vacation money they had for last summer, they're going to be grouping it right into this summer's vacation money. And so I think people in Orlando are like going, aha,
Let's fleece them.
here they come and they're loaded. We're ready to take your money from you. But what are some of the things you can do to make sure that you are not fleeced when you get there? And what are just the insider little hacks on what to go and check out? Now, if you don't know, when you're talking about Universal, they've got the couple parks. They got Universal Studios, which is kind of like your classic rides and attractions that's around movies and films. Then the Islands of Adventure is where you're going to find pretty much the thrill rides. You got the roller coasters, the Wizarding World rides, Jurassic Park attractions, all the Marvel stuff. That's going to be there. And then if you want to go to the water park, that's Volcano Bay. So those are the three different places to go. You should know each park has a separate ticket and entrance fee, anywhere from $119 to $139 for one day, one park ticket is what you're going to be paying. So we asked people who do go and know what are their own little hacks for going to Universal that they have found and their tips. And we got some really good stuff. If you want to go read the entire thread exchange, it is on the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can go and just look for the KVJ Show. Some of the stuff that we got on there, like Stephanie said, best time to go to the parks after Labor Day before mid-October. The parks are dead then. and she has worked there for 12 years.
Oh, that's a good tip.
She said at Universal and Islands, you can walk up to any stand and restaurant that has fountain drinks and request a cup of ice water for free.
Okay.
She said if you see an employee walking around, you can ask them to backdoor you on most rides, and they will.
Whoa.
We were encouraged to do this on our lunch breaks if we had time.
Sounds a little,
Sounds a little scandalous.
There are some parks you don't want to ask for that.
Hey, can I?
You'll get something completely different.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Can you backdoor me?
Sir, you're going to have to leave.
Yeah. Something tells me I'm getting set up for this.
Stephanie also said you can subtly ask an employee for their discount at a store. We were allowed to give it randomly, just not all the time.
Oh.
Okay. She said if you live in Florida and go around Christmas once a year, they have the backlot sale where they'll sell excessive souvenirs in the staff parking lot for $5 or less, and you don't have to have an employee ID to purchase. She said also make your birthday known to ride attendants. They will most likely give you the best seat or move you to the front of the line if you're having a birthday.
That's cool.
And she said, too, that Universal wants to be the #1 destination, so they go above and beyond for most, basically not yelling and screaming at them. They said if somebody spills their drink, ice cream plate, go back and tell them. They give you a new one.
All right, so all I got to do is just ask for the back door and then just tell them it's my birthday, and I'm getting a hookup.
Yeah.
Backdoor birthday.
Backdoor birthday surprise. That's what you get.
I don't know. You get a different thing in some places.
You just don't want to get it from the Hulk.
Something tells me if I do that act, I'm not going to be allowed in Universal.
They're going to kick him out so fast his head's going to spin.
Hey, guys, have you ever heard of the backdoor birthday party?
Some of the other Universal Studio hacks, Karen said, stay at one of the 3 on-site resorts. Your room key then is the Fast Pass. That's the only way we've ever gone, and it's so worth it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying if you do go, get the Express Pass. That is the way to do it. They say also ride the outdoor rides first, because if you get into the afternoon hours, especially with the thunderstorms, even if there is a threat of any lightning within 5 miles, they'll shut down the rides.
Oh, boy, that sucks.
Yeah, so you want to get that before the afternoon showers start to kick in.
Go early.
Uh-huh. Let me see. Nicole, she had said, do not go in the summertime. We only went this time for some extended family birthdays, but just trust me, it's the absolute worst for prices, heat, timing, food lines, the crowds, avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, I went in the summertime and as an adult, and I got that little kid thirst. I mean, you're so parched, you can't stop drinking. The fall might be better.
Yeah. Okay. And your drinking's usually Jameson, so.
That might be why I'm dehydrated.
Parched. Well, it's because you drank a cup of whiskey.
In the heat.
Stop quenching my thirst.
Can't figure it out.
I'm only getting dizzy, and I just ralphed on a kid. Heather says do Diagon Alley in Hogsmeade first thing in the morning before it gets too crowded. That is solid advice. And Erica, this is interesting. We're going to Universal. She said always look in the bushes and on the buildings when walking through the parks. You'll likely find some cool Universal-themed crafted items left as hidden treasures by other guests.
Wow.
Really?
Well,
Like little Easter eggs?
I don't know. Yeah, are they leaving presents or are these just clumsy people dropping their stuff after they've had too much Jameson?
Or is it stuff that flies out of people's pocket when they're on the roller coaster?
Yeah. That net that they have that catches stuff so it doesn't conk you on the head.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Celebrity birthdays today. Cyndi Lauper is 68 years old today. She had some big old hits back in the 80s. Also got a nice little birthday shout out here from Bev. She said, I also had a birthday with you yesterday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bev.
And it's my parents' 63rd wedding anniversary. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
63rd wedding anniversary?
Yeah, it's impressive.
Holy moly.
And also happy birthday there to, the 7th anniversary. Okay, from mom, dad, Chris, sister, niece, daughter, and granddaughter. Got a photo of them all out front of the PA barbecue.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Barbecue will bring a family together.
Also, a shout out to my wonderful and smart daughter, Mio, turns 9 this Friday. From mom, dad, and big brother Angel. Amy sent that in. And happy birthday to our awesome mom, Jeanette. who introduces the amazing KVJ show from Afton and Billy Joe.
Raising them right, Jeanette.
Right. Got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show? Let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. Camp KVJ is a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park and the South Florida Science Center and Aquarium. And Brandy is on here from Lake Worth Beach. Hello, Brandy.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I guess you've got a 14-year-old daughter you think would love going to Rapids.
Oh, definitely. All her middle school activities got canceled, and she just graduated, so this will be fun time with her friends.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And educate him as well and take him to the South Florida Science Center and Aquarium as well, okay?
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
You're so welcome.
That would be a fun day for me. Just Rapids and then the Science Museum.
And you
Yeah.
couldn't do them both in one day. I think you should break them up.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
We were talking about Universal hacks a second ago. Somebody said, hey, one tip that I got for you is get the refillable cup. Bring it back every time you go. It's $15 first time, $10 for other days, and includes soda and icy refills all day.
Wait, so when you buy it, you're allowed to bring it back in? There's no one going to stop you on that?
That's what they're saying.
You trusting this?
I don't know. If they tell me I can't bring it back in, I'm going to smuggle it in my shorts. So
Bring it to that.
good luck stopping this.
Bring it to the backdoor birthday party.
And somebody said to look in the bushes for things, and apparently what that is there are different 3D printed items that people make and hide. There are Facebook groups that people post clues, and there are tags with these items that you're supposed to plug in to say that you found me. Please enjoy, and post in Universal Crafted Facebook group that you found me. It's a fun scavenger hunt thing they do.
Every time I look in the bushes, I'm always expecting to find Virginia. Because she's always hiding out.
Always
in there.
talking about being there.
When I get in the bushes, it ain't good for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm looking for prizes and I see the witch.
Hey, what you doing?
Can you think of the perfect celebrity couple to go on a double date with? If so, who would it be?
Kevin Ralston and the Mexican Queen.
Okay, yeah, definitely. A lot of fun we'd have. A lot of fun we'd have. Do you have one, Virginia?
Gosh, I mean, there's a lot of reality stars I would love to hang out with, but
Really?
you won't know any of them.
Yeah, let's not ruin the topic right at the beginning.
You'd blow
get
your
some-
chance on a reality couple?
Yeah, can we get
I
some
mean,
A-listers first?
I would love to hang out with Lisa Vanderpump and her husband Ken from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the Vanderpump shows, but you guys don't know who that is.
No,
that'd be
I can't believe
awful.
that's who you would spend it on.
I mean, I would like to hang out with Kyle and Mauricio from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but again, you don't know who that is.
No,
I'll tell you what I'd like to
don't
hang out
care. I
with.
feel like you're really blowing it.
Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
They'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah, I get
Okay,
they're
they're
older.
cute.
They're fun.
They're cute.
We'll have some drinks together.
Fun to see the dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay. It's better than I'm not even sure who Virginia named.
she basically ruined the bit.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you two different options here. Tell me which would be the better celebrity couple to go on a double date with. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, or David Beckham and Posh Spice, Victoria, his wife. Who would you rather go on a double date with?
Neither one of them wants us there. I'm probably going Ben Affleck and
Let's say for the
J-Lo.
sake of this, they actually, for whatever reason, are excited to have dinner with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean-
It's their idea. They're like, hey, let's do dinner sometime. You're like, okay, I'd love to.
I mean, honestly, if you said I had to go have dinner with Beckham and Victoria, or who was the other option? J-Lo?
J-Lo and Affleck.
I wouldn't be, I'd be kind of bummed out. Like, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
I go J-Lo and Affleck.
I go the other one.
Beckham and Posh.
I go Beckham and Posh.
okay,
Okay.
why would you choose them?
I think they're going to be slightly more down to earth. The J-Lo and Ben Affleck are just next level stars.
Yeah, but anything you would get with them, a photo, if you posted that up on your social media at dinner, that's going to blow up way higher than a David Beckham and Posh.
I just feel like if you had a plate full of chicken tenders and everyone was sharing them, I think David and Victoria would do a better job.
Well, you're going to get more chicken with David and Victoria because they don't eat that much.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
them.
Affleck is housing those chicken tenders. He's got a strong buzz.
I stay with my decision.
I think Affleck might be more fun because he drinks. Now, J-Lo does not drink. She's gone on the record and said she has like one champagne a year.
Yeah, it's just honestly still odd to me that they are back together. Like, it seems legit because, yeah, I keep seeing the photos of Ben Affleck, and he loves gambling. I guess, he connects with Jennifer Lopez's mom doing that stuff. But, I mean, the dude smokes.
He smokes, he drinks,
Right.
he gambles. Like,
I think that's what it comes down to. I don't think J-Lo, out of that whole combination of people, I don't think J-Lo's going to like my act. I don't think
Okay.
she's going to put up with it. Everyone else will be cool.
Oh, I don't think Posh Spice is going to put up with your act either. Honestly.
Posh is going to like you less than J-Lo.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Posh is diva.
Okay.
Yeah, I go Affleck and Lopez. All right, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds or Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. Who would you go with?
I go Kristen and Dax because I listen to Dax's podcast,
Yeah.
and they get very personal about their lives and their relationship, and I just think it's a cute dynamic.
I think they're tough to beat, and this is challenging because Ryan Reynolds is probably one of the top people I would love to have dinner with, but I don't know anything about Blake Lively. And I'm probably way off here, but she seems a little bit more uptight than Kristen Bell.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. That's my own preconceived notion. So
I can see that. Kristen seems super down to earth and kind.
Yes.
You're going to have trouble finding anybody in Hollywood that has bad things to say about Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
They love her.
So I think I go with Kristen Bell, Dax Shepard, but that's tough to leave Ryan Reynolds at the table.
I'm going Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
Okay. What about this pairing here? Would you rather go with Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson or George and Amal Clooney? Who would you rather have a double date with?
Hanks and Wilson.
Clooney.
Yeah? Why?
I'm sorry, Amal, but I want to ogle your man.
I'm going Hanks, and I think they're just going. Even though he's a massive, massive star, I think it's going to be more light. It's going to
Yeah.
be more fun. I think he's going to be better with people than Clooney would be.
I think the George and Amal could get kind of boring. The conversation could kind of go to places that I'm not really connected with. So, yeah, Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson for
we're
me.
not smarmy enough.
Yeah.
With Clooney, though, he might invite me to the Italian villa, and that would be
Sure.
amazing.
Right.
I've always wanted to go there.
Okay, would you go with Will and Jada Pinkett Smith or Prince Harry and Meghan Markle?
Oh my gosh, the Smiths.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Smiths.
Get me out of here with this royal crap. I'd be so bummed out if I had to go on a double date with the royals.
What about Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel or Beyonce and Jay-Z? Who's the better double date couple?
Oh, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Easily.
See, I feel like
You
Beal.
have two kings, a king and a queen.
I don't know why. Kind of to your point of the Blake Lively, I feel like Beal's going to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Kind of agree with you on that.
Really?
Beal, I feel
Oh,
like
you love Timberlake.
I do. I really like the Justin Timberlake, but I really think just hearing and talking business and things like that with Jay-Z, that would be the biggest draw for me.
But does he want to talk business with you? He's like, oh
Yeah,
man,
for the game, he does.
I'm at dinner
Yeah.
with this
Kevin
guy.
said for the game, he's into it.
He's
Yeah.
into everything. So if I have a conversation with Justin Timberlake about aliens, he's very much into it.
No, I mean, they're into being with you. Now, you don't know what conversation they'll be into. And if he doesn't have the alien thing, I mean, you don't mold the person into what you want them to be.
Come on, play the game right.
It's just they're a willing participant.
So who do you go with? You go with Jay-Z?
Yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce for me.
Of course, they're a power couple, unmatched.
I'm going Timberlake and Beal. I got some questions I want to ask about her baseball movie Summer Catch.
What?
Okay. Ellen and Portia de Rossi or Oprah and Stedman? Who's the better double date couple?
Oprah and Stedman.
Oprah and Stedman all day.
Really?
Yeah, Oprah and Stedman, I think, we're going to have delicious food. We're going to have a good, fun experience. I feel like Ellen might yell at me. Hey, Ellen, let's dance. Do some, shut up.
I think Ellen's on her best behavior. Portia de Rossi, I think, is undercover funnier than you might expect, and I think you'd be blown away with what a great dinner you'd have with Ellen and Portia. She was great on Arrested Development, Portia de Rossi.
I just feel like Oprah's going to give us a better spread.
Yeah. Oprah's what picture is going to do better on social? Me sitting on Oprah's lap or me sitting on Ellen's lap? I'm going Oprah.
You get lap sitting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I get real close.
Okay.
Yeah, people are going to say, Virginia, you're with Toxic Ellen.
Right.
You're going to get canceled.
Exactly. I don't need to be canceled.
Okay, how about this? Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani or John Legend and Chrissy Teigen?
Oh.
Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani.
Right now, yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go Stefani and
easy
Shelton.
Right. There you go. Now, my wife is 50% Mexican. Her dad is fluent in Spanish, and she can understand a good bit of Spanish, but she's not somebody that can break out and start speaking Spanish. And I know there are a lot of people that kind of fit in this mold, especially if you're second or third generation Spanish. And it does kind of create some awkward things. But I heard somebody making the comment that they found it to be kind of offensive when you assume that somebody just speaks Spanish. And I put this up on the KVJ Show Twitter just to find out, is it offensive to assume that somebody speaks Spanish? And 44% of the people said, sí, that is.
They said, see?
C, yes, oddly enough, C. And some of the comments that we're getting is rather interesting and eye-opening to me as well. Somebody said, oh my gosh, I hate when people assume that I'm Spanish. They get angry at me then, and I've even gotten yelled at for it. They yell, well, your name is Spanish. Well, it's not. It's Laura. Just because you can say the name in Spanish doesn't mean that it is a Spanish name. And so I almost get accused of this cultural appropriation kind of thing, and people were upset.
Can people just, I don't know, relax a little bit on all ends here?
I can't imagine being
Good
mad
Lord.
at somebody for or for not speaking Spanish.
I just
like,
think,
what?
Yeah.
I just think we all need to chill out a little bit.
We definitely do need to chill out a little bit.
Good
You're
Lord.
mad about this?
Some people are upset about this. That's why I found it to be surprising as well. I knew that it was something that happens to my wife all the time, but I didn't see any kind of issue with her.
Well, do you think sometimes people act like they're more mad than what they really are
Oh,
when they get
yeah.
on social
Yeah.
media? They go,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm so outraged. They're gonna, and they're really not that mad about it. I
Right.
think that happens a lot.
Sure.
With so many things.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because this is really something that should be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, it's not a big deal. But on either end, is I'm reading the comments, some people are upset when somebody can't speak Spanish. I know that is sometimes kind of offensive for some people. Like, I know they can't believe that your parents are fluent in Spanish. You're Spanish. Why do you not? That's just kind of rude. They think it's, I think, disrespectful in a sense that you don't love our culture enough that you haven't invested. And, you know, almost hearing some comments sometimes from my father-in-law to my wife, I know that he definitely would wish her to speak Spanish fluently, and he can't.
It's not always the kid's fault, though, because in my case, my mother spoke fluent Spanish. My dad did not. And my dad didn't want us to speak Spanish. And so when we were younger, he told my mom that, no, I don't want them to speak Spanish. Don't speak
okay.
Spanish to them. And so we didn't learn Spanish, but it wasn't our fault. So don't yell at the kids.
Especially, I mean, people just don't know everyone's situation. You'd have to go through everyone's life and know every detail and every decision they ever made to understand why they are the way they are. You can't assume things about people. What I'm saying is lighten up, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's just relax here.
Well, in my wife's case, my father-in-law even shipped her down to the Mexican border, and so she could learn Spanish. And for a whole year, defiantly, she decided she would not. So
You're not telling me what to do.
that, I think that's why there's a little bit of that rift there.
We see a pattern in her behavior. She definitely is not going to
Yeah.
be told what to do.
No, you're not going to tell my wife what to do.
Good luck trying to tell anybody what to do. People don't like that.
So is it offensive to assume somebody speaks Spanish? Somebody said, you know what, this happens to me all the time. In a text, it says, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's offensive, but it's definitely annoying. I'm Puerto Rican and unfortunately don't speak Spanish, but I definitely look Spanish. And so my wife is half German and half Spanish with blue eyes, and she speaks Spanish, and they always assume that I speak Spanish and she doesn't. And they always look at me with disappointment when she starts speaking Spanish for me. See, that's another part of it
It's
as well.
disappointing your culture.
It is, yes. There is a definite judgment that goes on. Now, I mean, is it offensive? Are you angry? I think only a few people would be at that level, but there definitely is a disappointment, and I think people are like, wow, man, you're like doing us wrong here.
I get why people judge other people. I get that. But to get to the point where you're so angry and bent out of shape.
Yeah.
Where you just... I don't know if it warrants that.
But some of these people are dealing with a lifetime of disappointing other Spanish people because they don't. Somebody texted in and said, I am also 50% Mexican. I don't speak Spanish very well. I can understand some, but when people come up to me and realize I don't understand them, they get very offended.
That's my point. You can't just assume everyone knows Spanish.
Right, but this is what people who look Spanish but don't speak Spanish are dealing with is constant disappointment and frustration from other people. Like, what do you mean you don't speak Spanish?
And I get why that would be annoying. You're just chilling at Publix and someone starts speaking Spanish. You don't speak it back. You say you can't speak it, and then you get yelled at.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Somebody said in a text, if I thought it was offensive that someone assumed I spoke Spanish, I feel that would mean that I think less of Hispanic people. I have dark hair and dark skin, and I have been mistaken as Hispanic many times throughout my white life. LOL, I was never offended. Yeah, I don't think on that level you would be. I think it's mainly for people that, especially if you've got a good bit of Spanish blood in you and you are not being able to zip out the language, then some people are like, disappointment.
I'm mad.
Yes.
Everybody just do you. Don't worry about what somebody else is speaking or not speaking. It's not really your business, and you don't know their backstory.
You don't, and it's really not going to matter in the long run, so just relax.
It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Fascinating that is an issue for so many people. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I'm also Puerto Rican and I don't speak Spanish and I get yelled at often when I say I don't. They accuse me of lying to them.
That really does suck.
Are you lying just because you don't want to help me?
Oh my gosh. But I can understand enough to know when they're cursing at me when they're walking away and accusing me of lying. And they said, oddly enough, a lot of people from Puerto Rico don't speak Spanish anymore when they come over as young adults. I came here and had to repeat first grade because I didn't speak English, and now that's all I speak. So, interesting stuff.
I mean, I get why that's annoying. You're just chilling, and you're getting yelled at now because you don't speak.
Yes. And somebody said a lady working at the Miami airport was mad at me because I couldn't order in Spanish, and she didn't speak English. So... yeah, that really, for me personally, it was one of my own experiences in Miami while I'm, really trying to dedicate myself to learning Spanish because the guard gate at my apartment building in Coconut Grove wouldn't open, and I'm trying to get to work, and I can't get out. And the maintenance guy only spoke Spanish. And here I am. I'm like, no clicky clicky, no clicky clicky. And he's like, okay. And it just was not going anywhere. And I'm like, the more tense I get because I realize that time is ticking and the more trouble I'm going to be in for being late, it just really fell apart. I'm like, you know what? Gringo, just learn a little Spanish. It would have been so much more helpful. So interesting experiences y'all go through. Thank you for sharing. Now, this was interesting because over the weekend, I was trying to check out the KVJ Show Wikipedia page. I know that one of our great KV Nationers had actually put it all together, and I had written up some stuff about how we started with the Man in White and just, been here in South Florida for 22 years. I feel like we're kind of a radio staple that, hey, people may want to know what's going on with the KVJ Show. That's worthy of looking up, right?
Yeah.
So I went to go check it out, and I went on to Wikipedia, and I searched for the KVJ Show, and there's no page there. And I'm like, hey, dudes, am I going crazy? Or I thought at one point we had a KVJ Show Wikipedia page. I remember co-writing it with this one KVJ Nationer, put it up, and apparently some troll has gone and gotten our Wikipedia page yanked down.
Yeah, it says the guy's name is Nate on this complaint, but there's a deleted section where you can search deleted pages and their reasoning from Wikipedia. So I found this description that basically says that we are a local morning zoo who had a short and failed run in Miami. Pretty much seems to be an article designed to shove the show's website onto Wikipedia, which we don't do, Nate, is what it says. It also goes on to say that it's not sourced and that we're not notorious enough and widely known to be on here, calling us just a local market show that's just trying to do this for ourselves to get, publicity.
Nate doesn't like us.
I don't think he does.
Damn, what did we ever do to you, Nate?
He's a legit person that doesn't hate us because that's always the go-to. Is you failed in Miami. That's the number one thing.
He doesn't hate us?
He does hate us.
Oh, he does hate us.
I remember this cat from when we got fired during that time. He's hated us for a long time.
Wow, so he's made it his mission.
Yes.
He succeeded, kind of. He took us off Wikipedia.
That's weird how one comment can take us down.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't make sense to me.
They've got like some weird source on here to another Wikipedia article that I guess is the regulations for what's allowed on Wikipedia. So I guess if you can complain and send it to them and they review it, and he got them to take it down. It's so weird.
Well, the thing that I found odd, because I'm like, okay, maybe there's a certain standard and maybe a regionally known entity does not work for Wikipedia. And then I started looking around, and there are a lot of other just South Florida-based things that have Wikipedia pages.
Oh, there's a lot.
We
Yeah.
have a much bigger reach then. I'm like, okay, well, if they can have a page, why can't we have a page?
So
and
are
it's
we-
all because of Nate?
I was going to say, maybe they didn't
doesn't
complain.
Like us.
Because of one complaint?
Are we going about it with Wikipedia or Nate or both of them?
I think I go both.
I think we're gonna wage war on both. Let's go.
Well, like I said, if we didn't meet the standards of Wikipedia, I could understand. But like I said, I'll have to pull up the list of the other places I look for, and I'm like, wait, why do they have a Wikipedia page and we can't?
Yeah, there's a lot of things out there on Wikipedia that are like, oh, cool. They have
Isn't
a
Wikipedia edited by the people?
It is.
At any time. So
And apparently, it's also censored by the people too, and all it took was one dude named Nate to bring it down.
It's got this whole article explaining what is allowed just for media alone on Wikipedia. It's very long, and there's a ton of stuff in it I just kind of stumbled onto, but I guess it is a specific section explaining that what counts as notable media. But it says on it includes any kind of form of traditional media. I guess this guy just made it sound like we were just a local morning show and managed to get us pulled off, which is ridiculous.
there's other stuff on Wikipedia. I mean, I know we don't sound professional, but we are a legit morning show
Right.
with a station that's got a great
22-year history.
Yeah,
There's definitely things on Wikipedia that we should be on before.
we may be a mess, but we've got numbers, baby.
yeah. I mean, I get what Nate's trying to say. He doesn't like our act. I get that.
We get it, Nate. We're not for everybody.
But with that said, we still should have that. It doesn't make any sense why we don't.
Yeah, I have to look at those standards because at least what you're saying right now, it sounds like we meet the standards.
I mean,
of
it is
Wikipedia.
like 15 pages long, so I don't know if
Okay.
there's one little part that exempts us, but I'll send the link over to you so you can check it out.
I'll take a deeper look into that.
And can we find out more about this Nate guy?
Yeah,
I
who is
personally, I need to
Nate?
know.
I think this Nate Cat is someone who's changing his name up a little bit. He's a long.
I got his
long-
whole user page.
Yeah, long-term hate KVJ.
I mean,
So
I
that's
didn't
his whole mission, and so he is sitting at home, kind of like an evil villain, just petting his hairless cat.
since-
So
if it's
excited that he got us booted from Wikipedia.
If it's the same dude I'm thinking of, he as soon as we got fired in Miami, he not only because my number was out there, he texted me, he emailed me, and he Facebook messaged me all on the same day about how happy he was that we are gone and that we lost, we're losers.
Oh,
and-
he's gotta hate that we came back.
Oh, he hated it. He sent emails too about how we couldn't make it in Miami. We're just in West Palm, like all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're ever wondering, like I was, why the heck do we not have our own Wikipedia page? Thank
Blame Nate.
Yeah. Am I the jerk? People want to know. You send us an email. We'll give you our honest opinions on whether you're being a little bit of a jerk or not. And sometimes, in a lot of situations, we're partially jerky. Maybe not completely, but partially. So we got this email saying, am I the jerk for refusing sex with his Apple Watch on? Says my husband is a health freak and he works out twice a day, runs triathlons, and is obsessed with his Apple Watch. He wears it all day, including during sex, because he wants to get credit for all of his calories burned. So am I a jerk for fighting him on this? He makes me feel like another piece of gym equipment during sex rather than his wife, who he is supposed to love.
I'm just a leg press.
Right. Yeah, I just got done with that. You get ready, honey. Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, coming in hot. Yeah, I get what she's saying. I don't think she's being a jerk here. I mean, this is about connection. This isn't about you burning calories. I know that you can, and people are always like, yeah, you know, I mean, you burn during sex. But no. I mean, something's got to be sacred, right?
He's just too in it.
He
And
is.
you have to understand where he's coming from. He's not trying to hurt your feelings, hon. He just is so hyper focused on this calorie count and this damn Apple Watch that to him it's like points in a video game. He's in the video game of life, and he doesn't want to miss out on those points from the calories he's burning while he's having sex.
Well, I guess my question is: the Apple Watch, is it distracting? Is it getting in the way? If it isn't getting in the way, why is it a big deal?
both of you need to just step back a second and just look at this.
Yeah,
Like,
this isn't
she needs to not think it's a big deal, and he needs to maybe focus more on her than the
Yes.
calories.
Right.
Both of them need to kind of reevaluate how they're looking at it.
Yeah, I think she just feels like she is the second priority.
She might be.
And she probably is.
Sounds like she might be.
But he's doing a really poor job of making her feel like she's the second priority.
I think it's kind of funny, and I don't think it's a big deal.
You're not married. You don't get it.
You're right. I'm happy, and I don't take these things seriously because
Right.
they're stupid.
Exactly.
Okay, somebody want to know, am I the jerk to make my daughter move with us? Says my husband works for one of the major airlines that is being relocated at the end of the month. He received a huge promotion and an amazing raise to go with it. We're devastated about the move, though it would be across the country, and now my 17-year-old daughter is the one who's taking it the hardest. She will be starting her senior year and is now refusing to go. She said it's cruel to not let her stay back here in South Florida and graduate with her class and her friends that she's been with since kindergarten. She's begging us to let her stay with a friend's family to finish up the senior year. Now, look, I sympathize, but I feel like she should be with her family. Am I a jerk if I make her go with us?
Ooh, this is a hard one. Oh, I don't know. I mean, your kid has to live with you, barring any like medical or crazy tragic circumstances. You can't let your kid spend their 17th year living with another family, right?
I'll say this though: if you are a kid that's grown up there your entire time,
Yeah.
and you find an adult that you trust that will let you live there, it does suck to uproot and start your whole life over for your senior year. I would. If I trusted a family, I would consider it. If my kid had a lot of stuff going on and I didn't want to uproot them, it's 1 year. I think we could work it out. I'm up for the discussion, I should say.
I think the mom should let her stay. And I think you've got to take into consideration your senior year. That's the victory lap. That's the one where you have that senior prom, you have the graduation, you have the senior parties, you have all those moments. Yeah, you rob her of that and have her try to connect awkwardly with, imagine she jumps into another friend group and they've had all those years together. She's going to feel like the odd person out every day in every party she goes to, and she's going to miss the opportunities back here.
I mean, I'm just thinking if my parents made me leave my senior year right as I'm turning a legal adult and I had to go play on a different baseball team, I would have been quite disgruntled towards them.
Yeah.
It just sucks, though, because it sounds like it wasn't the family's choice. The dad's being relocated, and he's the breadwinner. So it just sucks to think about as a mom not being able to be with your 17-year-old for a whole year. Your last year with her, you don't get to be together.
Yeah, but it's going to change in another year. She's likely going to go to college or off somewhere else, living on her own anyway. And so, yeah, I don't think that you'd want to rob them. And just got a text that came in. Somebody said, don't make that senior move. My parents did that to me. It sucked. I bailed on all the senior things I was looking forward to. And now 30 years later, I still hate that we moved.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm with you. I think on this specific situation, I'm letting my kids stay if I can find a responsible family.
Yeah, I think if you've got that option, you definitely let her stay. If you make her move, I think you're being kind of jerky.
And here's the cool thing, too, because your husband works for a major airline.
Right.
She can fly back and forth on the weekends and come spend time with you guys.
Yeah, we can
Don't
work.
let there be a disconnect.
We can work through this one. You're staying, kid. You
Okay.
can stay for senior year. We decided.
Hopefully KBJ helped you out there. This one said, am I a jerk for not letting an outdoor cat indoors during a storm? My girlfriend just bought a cat. I didn't want one, but I also don't want to fight with my girlfriend. She promised it was going to be an outdoor cat, and that was the deal we made. Well, the other night it was storming like crazy. I saw the cat outside during the storm, but didn't think to do anything for it because, remember, it's an outdoor cat. My girlfriend comes home from work during the middle of the storm and says, did you bring the cat in from the storm? I said, well, no. I didn't think I had to because we agreed this is an outdoor cat. She asked if I saw it outside, and I said, yeah, I saw it. Well, my girlfriend's now pissed off at me because I didn't let the outdoor cat indoors during the storm. Now, I'm allergic to cats, so I find my girlfriend to be the jerk in this situation. If she wanted the outdoor cat in the house, she should have said something. She claims that anybody with common sense would have let that cat in. Well, what do you guys think? Am I the jerk, or is this on my girlfriend?
Here's the thing. If you're not an animal person and you don't know the rules, I can see somebody not realizing you're supposed to let the outdoor cat. Now, I'm an animal lover. I'm letting that cat in because I think that's the right thing to do.
Right.
But if
And
you're,
because you'd like to be laid again.
what?
I don't think his girlfriend's going to sleep with him ever again now. I think she's pissed.
Oh, I thought you were insinuating something else.
With the cat?
I didn't know where you're
Whoa.
going.
What kind of
Hey.
show do you think this is?
Jeez,
That's my
wow.
point. I know what show this is.
That
That's
took
why
a weird turn.
you're the one that. You're the one making me
It's not
feel
that
weird.
kind of cat.
I'm letting the cat in, and if I see an animal in a storm, I'm letting the thing in. I do agree. I think that is common sense.
You got tricked. Your girlfriend tricked you into getting a cat. And this outdoor cat that has to come in during the storm is going to transition into an indoor cat.
Well, you're looking outside, you see this thing in a friggin' thunderstorm. You're not gonna let it in.
Yeah, I don't have the allergies, so Virginia, maybe you can answer the question.
I'll answer the question. No, I'm not going to let it in.
That
Sorry.
ain't the
You
question.
witch. I thought witches love cats.
The question is, how sensitive are you that could you maybe put the cat in a different area? Could you make it something nice in a garage so that it's got
Yes.
proper shelter and your allergies don't freak out? There's got to be a
Yes.
compromise around there somewhere, right?
You could do that.
Anything that's not a thunderstorm.
I mean,
yes.
everybody has a little porch. You could put it in a porch area, put it in a box. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is going to depend on your love for animal. Animal lovers are going to be, what the hell? Of course you bring a cat in.
Yeah. Okay.
Cat haters are be like, let the cat.
Cat hair haters, which I'm a cat hair hater. I'm not a cat hater. I don't want to be sneezing.
Damn, people are calling Virginia a cat murderer now.
What?
Yeah, wow.
Dang.
Just, baby, don't read the comments.
Yeah.
I never do.
Somebody said animals are meant to be outdoors. Is he supposed to bring in all the wildlife?
Now we got an indoor squirrel.
Well, that person who just texted that clearly hates cats, and I think it was sent from Virginia. I told you it's going to be different for. My mom probably would never have brought the cat in. My mom didn't know. She didn't look at animals that way. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, the cat, fend for itself. My dad would have brought the cat in, the cat's uncle.
Right.
They were set differently with animals.
Somebody else said, I have horrible allergies. I can't breathe, basically, but you let that cat in. I've done it. So that is from somebody with allergies.
If you were looking out your window, Virginia, and you saw a cat, it was in lightning and thunder, and like, meow, you wouldn't let that thing in?
I probably would let it in the garage.
Okay.
He's not coming in my house, but I would try to keep the cat safe. I do. I care about animals. I don't want to look like a total witch, just maybe half witch.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully a compromise that you can make there. But yeah, surprisingly, a lot of people are defending you, saying you're not the jerk.
We have helped nothing, Kevin.
We've helped nothing yet again.
All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, going to find out maybe today we can have a conversation. Is Virginia the jerk for not letting her daughter get an Audi? I know what our audience says.
I have been waiting for an update on this little.
Yeah. It was brought to tears over the weekend. We had that conversation yesterday.
I mean, what a story.
It was bad.
Yeah, I know my daughter defends it. She thinks that your daughter should get one. In fact, she was last night at my birthday dinner going over some of the finer points as to why she thought that Magnolia deserved the Audi. I don't agree with any of them.
She didn't win you over.
No, didn't win me over. I'm talking to the wrong person on those things. Yeah, I'm not budging. I'm like, But yeah, hopefully if I can get my daughter on here, she might be able to come on and help Magnolia out in a little bit.
Yeah, I told Magnolia to be ready and wake up because she
Okay.
was going to have to bring her A game.
Well, I asked my daughter, and she's like, well, I don't do anything before 8. So I'm like, that's too bad because I was really thinking about doing this at 7:20, but that was out of the
Is she
question.
working?
Yeah.
But she doesn't work before 8?
She works later in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Into the nighttime, but she doesn't. I don't think she goes to bed till like before 2 or something. So.
Oh, my.
you know,
Living her best life.
yeah, living a good life, you know, why not? So, yeah, maybe we'll get her on and we'll have that discussion here in just a bit. Also, we got some more digital drama that is coming up. Thank you for all the fun, interesting screenshotted threads that are going on. I notice there's more and more fighting going on next door. It's become kind of the new Facebook. There's a big battle broke on my neighborhood next door this last week.
Juicy. I love it.
Yeah, And boy, I tell you, if this doesn't get people to throw down on social media, it's stealing somebody's mom's meatloaf recipe. Ooh. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Who's stealing meatloaf recipe?
Meatloaf is such an 80s dish.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
please get out of here with that meatloaf.
Got some fun threads here on social media that people screenshot and sent to us. One is with Megan calling out Janine for stealing her late mother's meatloaf recipe.
And I repeat, who's eating meatloaf?
People were defending it. A lot of people say it's
They
still
love it.
big in certain parts of the country.
Oh my God, I can't with you.
It's very 1984.
Meatloaf is disgusting.
Well, I disagree, and I take it personally, Virginia, so I'll play the role of Megan, who's so upset about this. We'll have Denny's playing the role of Janine. And then, Bird, I'll have you jump in real quick with a comment from Ryan.
All right.
In this thread. Okay, it says, I'm not the one to rant on social media, but I do know for a fact that my sister-in-law, Janine, stole my mother's meatloaf recipe. It's not right, especially since my mom is no longer with us. God rest her soul. So I'm calling out Janine the meatloaf thief.
That sucks, Megan.
Does everybody have a list?
That's just how I talk. That sucks, Megan. Your mom's meatloaf is legendary. Sounds like Janine needs to be doxxed.
Here comes Janine. Oh, Megan, you're always so dramatic. That is my meatloaf recipe. Your mother made her meatloaf completely different. Are you off your medication again, sweetie?
Damn! Wait, where's your lisp?
Should I was wondering if I should continue that. We can get you some more help if you're hearing the voices again. Oh, and if anyone doxes me, my husband will turn your face into meatloaf.
Oh,
Damn.
Janine.
I just want to let everybody here know that my mother's meatloaf recipe is legendary in Port St. Lucie. We all know that you stole the recipe.
We all know.
Even my brother knows it. I'm at a point where I'm just ready to beat your ass, bitch.
That's unacceptable.
Take your best shot, ho. In the meantime, I'll just keep being busy making my delicious meatloaf. Everyone else seems to love it. Some even say it's better than your mommy's.
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
Oh, talk about dead mom's meatloaf.
I'm going to kick your ass.
That's messed up.
Got another post here. This is Tanya ranting about her boyfriend's kids. Now, she's kind of annoyed that the Father's Day took up the entire weekend. So that is a problem here. I'll have Virginia play the role of Heidi today. Bird, I'll let you play the role of Tanya.
Oh, you're getting a lot of big parts today, Bird.
Does Tanya have a list?
No.
And then I'll jump in with one comment here from Chris
All right.
in this post.
I hate Father's Day. My boyfriend's kids are so needy. Do they really need to spend the entire weekend together? It's supposed to be a one-day holiday, not an entire weekend. Okay, rant over.
No offense, Tanya, but you sound like a selfish bee. There's nothing wrong with making Father's Day an entire weekend. Also, not really cool to talk trash about your boyfriend's kids.
Good grief, Heidi. Stop being such a sensitive snowflake and mind your own damn business. You know where you can unfollow button me, right?
What?
You know where you can. You
know
know where
you
the
got-
unfollow button is
Want
at.
to try that again?
You know where that unfollow button's at. Kiss my ass and unfollow me.
I'm friends with your boyfriend and his kids. You sound like an ignorant skank. We all want Chris to leave you. Oh, oops, did I type that?
Yeah, everyone knows you have the hots for my boyfriend, Chris, and you're calling me a skank. Only skank I see is your thirsty and crusty ass. Stand down before you get knocked down.
Oh my gosh, what? What? All right, hours go by here before Chris comes in with this comment. I defend my girlfriend Tanya, and I stand with her. You got a problem with her? You got a problem with me. Don't like us as a couple? Then block me. I love you, Tanya. Nobody has to understand us but us.
Love you, babes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to last. They'll be broke up by 4th of July.
There's too much passion there. It's
Yeah.
too much.
Virginia's friend is on vacation, and isn't it fun when you go on vacation and you have some vacation love, especially when they're hot? But apparently things are going really well, and vacation love is about to become home stadium kind of love because your friend is talking about bringing the vacation fling home, but Virginia is very suspicious of this person, even going to the point of thinking they might be a con artist.
Well, I don't know about like what this person's intentions are. Never met this person. I just get a little nervous when my very, very close friend of 20 plus years,
Yeah.
who I'm very protective of,
Yes.
who has been taken advantage of many, many, many times in his life because of his sweet, loving nature.
Yeah, and sometimes people just have a blind spot.
Yes. And I've seen this happen time and time again to my very, very close friend.
Right.
So all this week, my friend has been celebrating Gay Pride Month up in Provincetown, and it's a big deal, and it's awesome, and it's fun, and it's
Yes.
like this gay pilgrimage that
Oh, yeah.
so many men and women do to celebrate. It looks like the most fun party.
Oh, absolutely.
I've been getting pictures all week. And the week started off with just pictures of my friend and people that I knew that he went up there with. But then all of a sudden, I started getting pictures of this new, delicious, hot hottie. And when I say delicious hot hottie, I'm going to pass you my phone. I want you to look at this kid. I mean, and he's not a kid. He's probably, probably in his 30s or 40s.
Okay.
But he's hot. The one with the tattoos. The dark skin.
Yeah, he's a great shape, trendy.
Tall.
He
The noise-
is a smoker, so he's not my type.
I saw that too.
Oh, okay. So you
Oh,
immediately.
I
yeah.
noticed. I miss no details in a photo.
Yeah, I can see you really.
All right, stop with the judging. Let's get back on track here. So, what are you crazily trying to get involved in?
So for the past, I guess, 3 days, they've been spending every moment together. You can scroll through the photos.
Okay, they're having a fling.
Yeah.
They're having a fling, and then my friend tells me yesterday, I'm bringing him home.
Okay. Wow. So this
So-
is really escalating
right.
quickly. He's in phenomenal shape, by the way.
Yeah, the hot daddy that he picked up is.
Yeah.
Okay, remember that guy that was the hot convict that got a modeling career? And he looks just like him. I mean, almost identical to that cat. He is super duper hot, super ripped.
So, what are you afraid of?
Well, I'm just afraid of like bringing home a random that you picked up on vacation and now getting rolled or.
Well, what could okay, so you're I'm just trying to think where your crazy mind is going with this. Are you thinking the guy's going to come back, knock him out, empty his safe, and then hop on the next plane and fly out of here with all of his jewels?
I don't know.
But hold on, is this guy giving anyone reason to be?
Other than he smokes.
You know,
Other than he smokes.
I mean, other than he smokes, what exactly is the reason for this?
As a person who has experienced you prying in their love life, mind your own business, Mom. It's got nothing to do with you.
I can't. I'm too involved.
Yeah, you are going to get annoying, and there's been no smoke other than the smoke from his cigarette. There's nothing alarming here. Let your boy have a fling.
And I will. And they arrive tomorrow together. And we're going to meet him. We're going to go to dinner. We're going to do all that. And I'm going to be open to everything.
Okay.
But I am just
I mean, you haven't
nervous.
even met, but you haven't even met this guy. I mean,
No.
you're already trying to go down the path of negative. Like, okay, instead of like what's great about this guy, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
guess
he's such on a level of sexy. I feel like this guy could get away with murder.
Well, it's almost kind of sound like it's insulting to your friend. Like he's so sexy that I feel like he's duping my friend.
Yeah,
He's going to mug him.
So out of your friend's league that there's got to be
Well,
something suspicious here.
my friend keeps texting me that he's pinching himself and he can't believe it. So my friend is on the same page as me.
Yeah, but still, you're the one.
Look,
I
we're
think
on the
you-
same page.
I
My
think you-
friend is overwhelmed by the hotness of this guy. I can't believe it. And
Well, he must be getting mugged then, Kevin.
I just want to protect my friend who
here's
has
what-
a very sweet and gentle and loving open heart and has been taken advantage of more times than I can count on both hands.
Yeah, I mean, you're bringing it to the table. I'm letting you know it sounds annoying. I think you should stand down.
Yeah, I think that, there are a lot of people out there that have friends that have blind spots in their life that they don't see. And you're like, how do they keep getting themselves into this? And it's tough if you're a friend that sees this to say something and do something, because what do you do? Because you can say something to this friend and alert them to their blind spot, but they still, even after being brought to their attention, don't see it and typically don't change it.
Here's what I would do. If I was Virginia, I sit back and let my boy do his thing until he comes to you with a problem, and then you listen to it, you give advice if he wants it. He's a grown-ass adult. He's got to do his own thing.
I know, and I will do all that, but I'm just trying to navigate helping him not be taken advantage of, even if it's just in the, he puts his heart out there to this guy, and then this guy maybe was just looking at him like a fling, and my friend was looking at this like the long-term seal the deal relationship.
Well,
This guy could be just looking at it as a fun Florida fling. Oh, yeah, I'm going to take this to Florida for a few more weeks and ride this pony. And my friend's already thinking like, oh, my gosh, this is my forever. This
Yeah,
is the
but
angel that was
That's
sent
something
to
your
me.
friend's going to have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know.
I think you try to get so involved in your friends' relationships that, they got to live their own life.
You gotta let him get that broken heart.
Yeah.
There.
And
Who
then
knows?
you can just
Maybe
be there to pick up the pieces.
maybe he falls in love. Who knows?
I hope so. That would be awesome.
You gotta be able to be there for your friends, but you also gotta mind your own business too at times.
I can't. No, that doesn't happen.
That's not your
I-
friends. That's me telling you that.
I got to be involved. How's your love life?
It's none of your business.
You've got to be happy about this because he's actually meddling in somebody else's love life for a shady shea bird.
This takes the eyes off you.
No,
You should encourage this.
I do encourage it. Yeah, you're fine. Dig deep.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the guy's name. I've got where he lives. I've got his work. I've got all that. So I've started Google searching just to
my goodness.
make sure we're not dealing with somebody who's got a criminal past.
So Virginia will Google search your dates for you. You don't even have to do it yourself.
I will. I believe in protecting the innocent.
Wow. Yep, the Virginia's crazy texts are flying in.
I mean, I totally get you being protective of your friend, but you sound insane.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth.
Ow. Well, last Friday, there was a 34-year-old woman in St. Pete, Florida, got arrested for a DUI after she crashed her car into a Taco Bell sign.
Girl.
Then after that, she also hit the Taco Bell's water meter and a tree.
She's all pissed off they took the Mexi-Melt off the menu.
Dang.
I get it. You're fighting the good fight.
You are fighting the good fight.
Keep it going.
So far, it's an interesting story, but becomes a great story when you hear her name. It's Kanisha Booz. And yes, she was arrested for a DUI. Kanisha Booz actually works at the Taco Bell where it happened. It was about 10:20 p.m., and it's unclear if she was leaving work, arriving to work, or if she's just off and it was just all a coincidence. She also left the scene and sped through some red lights, but the cops caught up with her and threw her in jail. Saturday morning, as she sobered up, she posted a $1,700 bond made from Taco Bell money, the place that she actually ran through, oddly enough, to get free.
Wow, she is busy.
Kanisha Booz. How about that? 30-year-old woman in Fort Myers got arrested for setting a laundry basket full of her own clothes on fire. What the heck? It apparently happened at her mom's house, and some of her mom's house was on fire as well. When firefighters arrived, for some reason, this 30-year-old woman grabbed her mom's pet bird and ran into the woods. That's just kind of an odd day, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
There are days and then there are days.
I'm going to set my own laundry on fire and then grab my mom's pet bird and chuck it into the woods?
We're all
What?
going through something, Kev, you know?
What is she going through?
Some are going through more than others.
Agreed.
Wow. Didn't know if you heard this. There was a woman that gave birth inside of Miami International Airport on Sunday. And
Wow.
she kind of gave her newborn daughter a fitting name, Mia.
M-I-A.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is kind of clever, huh? There's a couple that climbed a mountain in the Alps and decided to get a little frisky since they were 6,500 feet up in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
But even in the Alps, 6,000 feet up, there's still cameras. A nature camera got a shot of them doing it and automatically posted it online like it's supposed to do.
Whoa.
They got a picture of her mountains doing it in the mountains.
They do, yes.
You're right, man. Where can one go these days?
If you can't go 6,000 feet up into the Alps and expect privacy, where do you go these days?
That's messed up, man.
There's a couple that couldn't agree on a baby name, so they both called their daughter something different.
Oh, that's not going to be confusing.
So the fight just escalated and continued, and they split up, I guess, shortly after the woman got pregnant. They both named the girl after their own grandmothers. No words on what those names are, but now they've got a kid. Obviously, he's going to have an identity crisis with two different names. Depending upon which house they're at, they're going to be called by something different. How would you torture your kid? Why would you
Yeah.
torture your kid like that? Just be like, hey, can we just... clearly, this couple knows nothing about compromise. Be like, okay, well, we'll shelve that. And
Well, why can't you just take two of the names and put them together? Like if you both were my kids, you would
Yeah.
be Verkevin or Kevgina or Kevjurnia.
Kevgina sounds great.
yeah,
I'm going with that.
I may go with one of those.
Kevjinia is that what I should say?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I prefer Kevgina.
Yeah.
Kevgina just kind of hit hard.
How was your Kevgina? Cops in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina had to respond to a call on Saturday after a couple that's only been dating for 2 weeks got into a heated fight about making s'mores.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
S'mores, I'm noticing getting a lot of publicity right now. S'mores, I'm seeing a lot of
Summertime.
But
More
it should
talk.
bring people together, not cause them to fight.
Fat Kevin, s'mores overrated or underrated?
No, s'mores are amazing.
Okay.
Right off the fire. It's fun. It's interactive. A lot of times when I went camping, that's the only exercise I got.
S'more exercises.
Yeah. That was it.
I think I gotta explore the s'more.
They're really good. And to me, I always wanted to go with the sugary graham cracker.
Oh yeah.
You go with that and the melted chocolate with some marshmallow smushed in there. Oh, my
I
God.
think I'm gonna have a s'more part. I think I've been disrespecting the s'more.
S'mores can be really fun.
Okay.
Sometimes this fat kid over here would then dip it in caramel
Oh, Fat Kevin. Oh my gosh.
because I'm like, it's not fattening enough. How do I get more sugar on this?
Eating sweet on sweet.
Oh, so good. Boy, that woman in South Africa who gave birth to the 10 babies is back in the news again today. You know, people are calling into question whether she really had the 10 babies via C-section at one time. If she did, she broke a world record. Even her baby daddy was calling that into question. Now she's been admitted to a psych ward, and we still don't have word if the babies even exist, because he's like, he was trying to see proof of the babies and she wouldn't do it. And he's like, I don't think she's mentally stable.
They don't think she had the babies.
Any of them?
No. They're saying that they're looking for the supposed C-section and there's none.
But was she
Yeah.
ever pregnant?
I don't think so.
So was she walking around with pillows?
I don't know what she was doing.
They had a photo and she looked highly pregnant.
But I mean,
Yeah.
so is that cantaloupes in there?
Maybe.
Is it pillows?
They got her in the psych ward now. I'm sure they'll hash it all out.
Yeah, and finally I saw her last name, which is kind of interesting. It's Sithole.
Stop it. Sithole?
Yes, Sithole.
That's scared. I'm kind of even like saying that.
I was like, no, that's an interesting last name, huh?
I have a list,
Yeah.
but sometimes it makes it sound like I'm putting a
Yeah,
H in
you
there.
need to steer clear of that one. She was asking me if the s'more was all that. Oh, yeah. It is all that. Man, you talk about some hot flaming marshmallow, melted chocolate, Virginia. Oh my gosh. But people are hitting it up saying, dude, you can tell that Fat Kevin has been out of the game for a while because, I mean, you got to up it. First of all, you're talking about a sugar-crusted graham cracker. That's not even close to doing it this way. Somebody said you got to use fudge stripe cookies instead of the graham cracker, my man. I was like, okay, you got me. That's brilliant.
Let's not dessert shame Kevin.
But no, they're right. Honestly, I can't even imagine how much a fudge stripe cookie would pick up a s'more over a graham cracker.
It takes it to a different level that we weren't thinking about, and we have to. We shouldn't shame that person for shaming Kevin. We should actually.
I thank them.
I'm thanking them too. It's great snack advice.
Somebody else said, "How about a soft, chewy chocolate chip cookie instead?"
Oh, soft,
now
chewy,
we're talking, right?
Drippy.
Now we're talking. How do you make the ultimate s'more then?
Dude, you like the word drippy for a s'more? Or is that too gross?
It sounds like one of the dwarfs with an STD. I don't want drippy dwarf.
I want a real drippy.
He's better than scabby.
You're right.
Yeah.
Drippy isn't the right word for food.
No,
Maybe like oozing.
Oozing doesn't sound good
no.
either.
Yeah, like seeping. Just, yeah.
I want a seeping s'more.
These are the gross dwarves. Somebody said the perfect s'more has to be made with a Reese's peanut butter cup too.
Oh, I'm embarrassed to say I'm not very well versed on the s'more.
Dang, that's a great idea.
Yeah, honestly, if you did a s'more buffet, what a great party that would be. In fact, that would be genius. If you had a fire pit, just had a little party, probably, do it earlier before you really start drinking too much. And then you got out some s'mores. You had a s'more buffet with everything we're talking about. You could pick the graham cracker to the fudge stripe cookie to the soft chocolate chip cookie. You could throw in Reese's peanut butter cups in there.
Well, you just kind of describe what has to happen now.
I mean,
s'more party.
You have a fire pit, Jay Bird.
I know.
It sounds very romantic too.
Yeah.
Let's do a s'more party. Let's do a s'more buffet.
I love it.
When do you want to do it?
10 minutes.
Can we do? We can do
Yeah,
it today.
right.
We can do it this weekend.
I was going
Yeah.
to come to your house today anyway.
Today's not a good day for a s'more party.
Why?
Well, because we have to go get. Let's plan it for Saturday.
Right.
You can come to my house today still.
I am coming to your house today.
I know. I can't. There's no. I can't stop that.
You're not getting out of it.
Yeah, so thank you for snapping me out of it. But apparently in the last 20 plus years, there's been some revelations that have happened in the s'more world.
You could set it up like a buffet, and you could have all kinds of different toppings and all kinds of different things besides Reese's cups, which is a great addition.
You could literally have a smorgasbord.
S'mores gets bored.
Smorgasbord.
S'mores gets bored.
Not easy to say.
Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, I do this all the time. Kit Kats, peanut butter cups, Snickers, any chocolate like that works.
Oh, give me a break. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Break me off a piece of that.
Kit Kat bar.
Oh, I would love.
Man,
I want to
oh,
melt a
man.
Kit Kat now.
Man, oh man.
I'm
Wow.
supposed to start my diet today.
I don't think you're starting your diet.
Then you walked in here. Probably not. Okay, I got a couple here for which is better. S'mores or moon pies?
Oh, you could melt the moon pie into a s'more.
Totally.
Oh,
You had to have one or the other. Which is better?
S'more.
I love a banana moon pie though.
Yeah?
Could you do a banana moon pie s'more? I guess you could.
You absolutely could. There's no law.
Yeah. I go the s'more as well.
10 minutes ago, I would have said banana moon pie.
Yeah.
No, I'm going s'more now.
Won you over now with
talked
all the
me
s'more
into
talk?
it.
When I was little, I loved the moon pie. But now they kind of taste a little chemically.
Well, I realized the moon pie was because we didn't have a lot of money, and
It was a poor kid
It was a
treat.
poor kid's treat. At least the moon pies we had them very low budget, generic moon pies.
Which is better, ice cream or cake? Let's say you had a good birthday cake versus a good ice cream.
I mean, am I cheating if I say ice cream cake?
Yeah, you can't put them together. They're separate.
Okay, regular cake, regular ice cream.
Yeah, got one or the other. What would you rather
I
have?
love ice cream, but I love cake.
Nice spongy white
Oh,
cake with
You
a
gotta
good
pick
buttery
one.
icing.
You gotta pick one.
Butter creamy icing.
I get all the cakes.
Yeah.
He wants chocolate cake.
Whatever you can make, whatever
Yeah.
kind of cake you want.
Cake
Yeah.
by a cake hair.
I don't like hair in my cake.
It wins it by a cake hair. Okay,
Yeah.
it wins it by A piece of frosting.
I'm going just a little bit of a smidge on ice cream. Virginia?
Oh, ice cream all day. It's not even a
Okay.
competition.
We know what Fat Kevin likes. And we know what Virginia should not eat.
Yeah,
Cake.
it's
Or,
like
ice cream.
Ice cream is not going to be good for you, but it's fun for me.
Does it make you very farty?
Yes.
Like 110% farty?
Depending on the cream count of said ice
Yeah.
cream, the higher the cream, the louder the farts.
But the good news is the farts smell like cookies and cream.
That's not true.
They
No, it's
do
not true
not.
at all, no.
They
That's-
don't.
That's a complete lie.
If that was the truth,
Yeah, right. Yeah, please eat up. Which is better, Twizzlers or Skittles?
Skittles.
Twizzlers.
Yeah, I go Twizzlers too. More fun to eat. Skittles kind of gross me out.
I
don't
get
know why.
down with those Twizzler pull-and peels.
Yeah, right. That's fun.
I take the whole long slab of them and I cut them into little nuggets.
Okay.
Oh, they're so good.
Got a
Take
strategy.
Take your pull and peels and cut them into nugs.
I like when you bite into the liquor.
Spit it out.
The liquor.
Wow.
I mean, are we going to take 10 minutes to talk?
Oh, that's nice. Make fun of the kid with the stuttering problem.
Get it together. You've only been in radio 15 years.
I like when the Twizzler, you bite it off, turn into a straw. Am I back?
That is
Okay,
fun.
that gets you back.
You can make the Twizzler a straw.
Thank you.
Soda or juice? Which is better?
Soda.
Juice.
Okay. Interesting.
Ralston?
I'm going to go soda on mine, but for either one, I want to have an option. Really doesn't have any sugar, so it's tough for me. So I got to go.
I get juice and then I water it down.
Oh,
Ugh, yeah.
weak. That is so weak. It's broke down.
Sorry, not
Kind
sorry.
of gnarly. Tortilla or potato chips? Which is better?
Potato chips.
See, I call it redneck lettuce, and I put it in my subs all the time or my sandwiches. I got it for that alone. I got to go potato chip.
I'm going tortilla. I'm better good tortilla chip, especially too. I need that for dipping. You throw a dip in there with me, and tortilla, not even a question.
Well, you never said dip. That's a different.
Yeah.
I dip my potato chips. I mean, there's nothing better than putting caviar on a potato chip.
Okay.
Oh, it makes me so happy.
There is something better you can put on a potato chip. Melted chocolate. Chocolate covered potato chips are amazing. You put them in the oven, bake 350, little salt.
Okay.
Forget about it.
All right. If you were doing a dip, guacamole or salsa, which is better?
Salsa.
Guacamole.
Guacamole reminds me of green slugs.
Okay. All right. Ooh, it's close for me. I'm going to go just with a great salsa over a great guacamole. Just.
Kevin's right. It's the salsa wins.
Just. Okay. Fun stuff to discuss. Couldn't believe this. I don't know if it has anything to do with the team itself, but Billy the Marlins ranked as the third worst mascot in baseball, according to Play USA. Now, is it because the Marlins are typically in last place in the NL East, always bringing up the rear, that the mascot is getting hate as well?
I would say sometimes Billy plays it too safe. Well, look at the Philly Fanatic. That guy takes so many chances, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
jumping off and doing all
Right.
kind of crazy stuff. I think Billy plays it a little safe, if you ask me.
Maybe he doesn't have enough gags. Doesn't have any real shtick. I mean, I think the greatest mascot of all time. There's a couple you can argue, but it used to be called the San Diego Chicken, Virginia.
I love that guy.
See, you know who that is.
I do, and I don't even
Yeah.
know what sport it is, but that chicken gets it done.
Well, the San Diego Chicken was so good. I remember I would go to baseball games that weren't even San Diego teams, and the San Diego Chicken was there, being just kind of like I'm like, that's when you've transcended your own team and your city, and you're in Columbus, Ohio, at a baseball game. What the heck?
Billy the Marlin plays it too safe, little predictable. We know what he's going to do. We get it. Look, Billy the Marlin's great.
Yeah.
No one says he's not great. He's just not. He's not going for it.
Well, the worst Major League Baseball mascots. You have got Billy the Marlin at the third worst, and then Raymond from the Tampa Bay Rays is fourth. So
Pretty awful too.
our baseball franchises in the state just can't get a good mascot.
These are, younger teams too. Keep in mind.
Yeah, they got the Braves as blooper at number 5, and Slider for the Cleveland Indians is number 1. And I have a feeling it's because Slider came in and replaced Chief Wahoo.
Well, yeah, they had.
So there's a lot of hate for Slider.
I think too with Atlanta, they had a bunch of Indian stuff going on there too, and
Yeah,
that's
so they
been
got
taken
blooper
away.
now, yeah.
So they're all going to be low.
Okay,
Blooper.
I mean, that's just bloopers whack.
yeah.
That is so whack.
Blooper's the replacement for the Indian stuff, and everybody hates Blooper.
Everyone hates blooper.
He's the
Yeah.
new guy.
Yeah, new guys trying to cut through.
Best Major League Baseball mascot, that's Clark the Cub for the Chicago Cubs. They got Clark the Cub at number 1.
And again, huge baseball team, huge baseball town.
Yeah.
They love their team.
Yeah, they do.
They're
so
gonna
they'll
love
love
their
whatever
mascot.
they do. Yeah, okay. So if Billy the Marlin is the 3rd worst mascot in all of baseball, then is he the worst in South Florida? You got Billy the Marlin, TD, which is the Dolphin for the Miami Dolphins.
No, TD's awesome.
You've got Bernie for the Miami Heat, which is, I don't even know what Bernie is, just kind of a creature of some sort. And then you got Stanley C. Panther for the Florida Panthers.
Panthers is great.
Panther is good.
We leave
Yeah.
Panthers alone.
We've seen his work. He puts it out there.
It's easily Billy the Marlin.
Yeah, you know, the way it broke down is kind of what you guys are saying. Stanley C. Panther would be the favorite. Only got 10% of the hate vote, according to what we did on our poll here. And tied for the most, it's Billy the Marlin and TD with 31% of the hate vote.
I think Billy is got to turn more silly. Silly the Marlin.
Silly the Marlin
I'm not
instead of
kidding.
Billy.
I hope you're listening, Marlins.
Okay. And then Bernie's right behind in 3rd place with 28% of the vote. So it's really tight except for Stanley Panther.
Billy needs to do more crashing kind of thing. He needs to crash through some walls. He needs to ride a bike into the fence.
Got to up his game a little
He's got
bit.
to up his game. We have to think Billy the Marlin seriously broke his leg doing this stuff.
Yeah.
If you're not almost breaking your neck, we don't want to see it.
Look at the chicken.
Yeah,
that chicken.
you're right.
You put that chicken in a cannon and shoot out.
He needs maybe a little bit more prop comedy, too.
He needs some more prop comedy.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, yeah. I almost feel like we need a consultation with Billy the Marlin to try to help out and be like, dude, you know, you're not very popular in baseball. You're not very popular in South Florida. You know, you got to up your game.
The other thing, too, is, okay, let's say that we're playing the Mets, for example. Run over there and, I don't know, tackle their mascot.
Right.
What is the Mets mascot?
ball.
A ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to fight him.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying legit hurt the ball, but do something fun. You know,
Yeah.
act like you pants the ball. Ooh, that sounds a little dirty.
Yeah, in front of the kids.
You want to see the balls?
Look,
Well, that would be something, huh? That's the way to up your game there, Billy. You only be the 4th worst mascot
Billy
after
got
that.
fired today.
Yeah. Well, is Amazon Prime Day that big of a deal? It's wrapping up today. In fact, it's day 2 of it, where you're supposed to be able to get great deals that you can't get any other time of the year. So what is that amazing deal like you feel that you got? You can let us know. We'll give you our kind of thoughts on it. Was it a great deal or not? Somebody texted and said, I got a great deal with a Ring video doorbell, 2021 version, by ordering it through Alexa, saying, Alexa, order a Ring doorbell wired, and I got one for only $39.99.
Dang, that is a good deal.
Yeah, Ring doorbell for $39.99 is a great deal.
Oh, my
Okay.
place is going to be all ringed up.
Okay.
If I see a witch coming by my property, I will know.
You won't see me. I fly in on the broom.
I got that sky cam.
You better point that ring straight up.
I did see that, you can do the Ring Alarm 8-piece kit for a 40% discount today.
The 8-piecer, we call it, Virginia.
Only 8-piece I like is from the chicken shop.
I do agree with
Fried chicken, what?
Somebody else feels like they got themselves a steal on Amazon Prime. Back in the office, got 2 computer screens and it's killing my eyes. So I got glasses to stop the glare, 2 pairs for $9.99 when the normal price for them, according to Amazon, is $24.99. So you save $15, $30 total. Okay. It's not too bad if you need it.
You don't seem impressed.
Well, I just don't know. I guess I don't know really about what glare
blue block.
goggles. Yeah.
I think it's like to block that certain kind of light that comes off your computer that's supposed to be bad for you.
Yeah, no, if they're great, then yeah, I guess that's a pretty good deal. Because I mean, that's less than half price. I just don't know how effective they'd be.
Why do those one glasses when you walk outside and they turn dark? I'm not kidding you. They make people age by 15 years. They're not a good look.
Those transition
Those
lenses.
transitions make you.
Yeah.
They make everyone immediately turn like they're in their mid-70s.
Yeah, it's like you go from now into 1976
It's not the best
in a
look.
minute. Yeah. I don't
And then
love
you
those
order the
either.
meatloaf.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
just noticed a lot of people that brag about their transition glass. They're all over the age of 60.
Okay, somebody else here, humble bragging. What do you think about this Amazon Prime deal? They say, I got a robot vacuum for $90, originally $150.
Okay.
Does that move the needle for you?
That's not bad.
That's a good deal. 90 for it's a good deal.
Yeah, $150. Shaving off $60.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good deal. Some of the other ones that you might want to take advantage of, they've got the all-new Fire HD 10 tablet, saving 47% on that one.
I mean, 47%.
I'm not in love with tablets, and I don't know how good the Fire HD tablet is. That's the only reason why I'm hesitant on that.
But the
I don't know enough about it.
47%'s good.
47% is good, but, 47% off something I don't want, I don't care. I think is where I am with that, but
You
it
just
might
have
be
to
fantastic.
Make sure you were going to buy it anyway, and you're not
Right.
just buying it because it says 47% off. Ooh.
And almost with that big a discount, that's kind of what they're telling me. It's kind of weird. When I see big discounts sometimes, I think the product's crap. It's probably faulty logic.
No,
but I'm like, there's probably a reason why it's this discounted.
I
Do I
get-
really want it now?
I get the paranoia, but sometimes you can't get a good deal. But I get the paranoia.
Yeah, I'm so dumb. I'm happy when there's a markup. I'm like, oh, it's got to be in demand. It's valuable.
That happened in my fire pit. It was out of the box at Lowe's, I
Yeah.
believe, and there was a little nick on there too. And I had my
Okay.
neighbor with me, and he talked them into like knocking off $60 on that thing.
Okay.
He said, "There's a nick there. It's out of the
Wow.
package."
That's good. You need that guy with you everywhere.
$60. Hey, that's
Hey,
a
look,
lot.
66.
Yeah.
Other biggest savings you can get today on Amazon Prime Day, the Echo Dot Kids. That is 42% off. I think is that a home speaker again?
Yes.
Okay. The Kindle, that's where you read your books on the reader. Is that right?
That is.
39% off on that. And the Fire TV Cube, is that where you can stream shows and
Yeah.
such?
Yeah.
33% off on that today.
What kind of food they got on Amazon Prime? Okay, yeah, you can get a. I just typed in food and holy crud.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can buy a lot of food in bulk.
Oh man, I usually get. I don't do my food on Amazon Prime. It's a whole new world.
Is that where you're going to be today,
What?
taking in on those deals?
Look at all this. Yeah, I got to explore. Well,
Okay.
guys, I'm off for the rest of the day.
Just make sure you go to that place on there where you can set your charity, and it doesn't cost you anything. And then
Right.
Amazon gives money to Little Smiles. Mm-hmm. So make sure you set your charity to Little Smiles.
Somebody also brought up a good point, too. To combat Amazon Prime Day, Walmart, I think maybe even Target, they're doing special deals to try to get your dollars as well. So you don't necessarily have to go to Amazon Prime to do some good shopping today to save some money.
If you've got like one item in mind, go look at all of those websites, Walmart, Target, and Amazon, and see who's giving you the best deal.
That's it. All right. I don't know if you guys are excited for 4th of July. It's going to be coming up here before you know it. I know a lot of people are going to be taking some vacations right around that time.
I love 4th of July. It's fun.
Yeah.
People in my neighborhood shoot off fireworks, and I don't have to get close to them. I'm just close enough to enjoy them without losing a finger.
That's good. You don't want to lose fingers.
No.
Yeah, some bad things can happen.
This will be my fourth, where this will be my first
This
fourth.
will be your fourth.
This will be my first.
You're only 4 years old.
This will be my first 4th of July.
You know how math works,
At my
right?
new place. Why don't you let me finish instead of always being on, always zinging?
Sorry.
You do anything special to break it in? Gonna burn
Yeah,
down
I
a
think
tree in the
I'm-
backyard or
I
something?
think I should do a little party.
Will you do fireworks?
Why not? I want to do that slide again.
Oh, that slide was awesome.
What could go wrong? Adult slide, drinking, fireworks,
Fire pit.
fire pit.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
I'm loving
You're
it.
so dangerous, Bird.
Apparently, we all need to actively participate a little bit more in 4th of July because I just saw there is a study out that has Florida ranked as the second least patriotic state in America.
What?
Really?
Yes.
I don't believe
Second
that.
least patriotic. They looked at 13 different key indicators. It was different things from the state's military enlistees and veterans to the share of adults who voted in the 2020 presidential election to AmeriCorps volunteers per capita. Those are some of the criteria they looked at out of the 13. And with that, Florida is second to last, only being bested by New York is the least patriotic state in America. And isn't that where we got the dang Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, and that. What do we get the new 10-foot Statue of Liberty? Is that still New York?
Yeah.
The low budget little one next to it.
France gave us. We see you, France.
Thanks, France. Is this a joke?
Yeah, France isn't trying as hard as they used to.
No.
Not,
They're not trying at all.
We're like dialing it in.
I mean, imagine if you were dating somebody and for your first anniversary, they get you a flat screen TV. And then now all of a sudden, all you get is a Kindle. I mean, wouldn't you feel like our relationship has digressed?
Love is dead at that point.
Yeah, love is dead. So, yeah, that's where they are. So they say that Florida is dead last in civic engagement and second to last overall for patriotism.
Well, you know
the
what?
heck?
Let's turn this whole thing around. USA.
What? USA?
Yeah, USA. All right, there we go. We got the KVJ After the Show podcast. It is coming up. You can watch it live if you go to YouTube and just look for the KVJ Show. Going to hit that up in just about 10 minutes here, but it's also always available on demand, and you can listen to it on the free 97.9 WRMF app anytime you like. So we'll get to your emails as well. If you want to jump in on the conversation in the chat room, we'll see you there on the way. Jaybird, though, going to wrap up this portion of today with his thought.
Want to give a shout out too. We got a young KVJ Nationer next door in Denny's room. Charlie Bear.
Charlie Bear.
From the No Name Movie Game.
Yeah, his mama won on Friday and got the win for Charlie Bear. It was pretty impressive.
I think they're picking up their present or their prize.
Oh, nice.
They're a bunch of prizes.
Yeah. Camp KVJ stuff, Rapids water park tickets in there.
Woohoo.
All right, here we go. Let's get positive. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety.
Oh, yeah. Where are you stepping, right? Where are you stepping?
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.